Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of watching, you are highly welcome. Please kindly click on the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you once again for stopping by. Queen May's lawyer, that is her social media lawyer, DPA precisely, has given us an in-depth view on Nollywood, exposes a lot of them, which I'll be sharing to you guys. So you have to sit back, relax, and watch to the end to understand what I am saying. He took a swipe at Kanayo, and also Yvonne Jegede. So much to be said about. He went on to say that he doesn't have a personal beef with Pete Edochie, but he has a problem with the way he handled the whole issue. That if he had called his son Yul Edochie to order, most probably it couldn't have escalated the way it did, which I actually, buy. Imagine veteran KOK talking down on women in his recent podcast, which is actually not supposed to be so. Does it mean that he's indirectly supporting Yul Edochie because apparently he's the uncle of Yul and a very good friend to Pete Edochie? And that Yul Edochie coming out to admit that he's a proud polygamist was a great lie. You know why? Because you can't go into polygamy after a woman gets pregnant for you. He went on to say that if polygamy was so wonderful, why didn't Yul Edochie marry Judy Austin 6-7 years ago when they started their affairs? If he was so indebted in love with Judy and Judy gave him peace of mind, he could have just called a family meeting, called May, called the children together and be like, oh, this is what I want to do. And then hear from her, not you forcing polygamy on somebody, not when you are being caught and then you now come out and start clamoring that, oh, you're a proud polygamist. No, that you are only deceiving yourself. Yul Edochie, he went on to say that he messed up and tried to convert his slutty attitude into being proud. May actually came into the marriage believing in a monogamous marriage, that is one man, one wife, which actually I knew that it was true, because if not, she wouldn't have agreed to have married Yul Edochie. Yul Edochie never came with the intention of having multiple women in his life, having children from different mothers, because if he did, he could have just paid her bride price, that is May's bride price, married her traditionally and then forget about the church wedding. But they both did church wedding because he wanted one woman. So I wonder why he's now changing the whole scenario and narrative. Barrister also went on to say that when May refused to accept polygamy that was forced on her throat, and the Edochie's family, that especially Pete Edochie, saw how the world stood for May and knew that, oh, if he goes against his son, like if he goes and supports his son publicly, that the world will still come for him. That is the reason why he now started acting so funny, saying that, oh, Judy Austin is not his son's wife and the rest of them, because initially he must have heard rumors about it, but Pete Edochie never called his son to order. If he had called his son to order, we wouldn't be where we are today. And also, anybody that believes that Judy Austin is going to agree or share the same man with May, the person might be lying and does not even know who Judy Austin is. That Judy Austin is a manipulative person. So is this type of manipulation that you want a May to be in the same house with? In fact, that if May had agreed, oh, because she wanted peace to reign, oh, because she's a peaceful, loving person, oh, because Yul Edochie sees her as a very docile human being, and then forced her to polygamy, and then she accepts it, maybe probably because she doesn't want problem, that Judy Austin could have, by her. By now, I don't think we'll be hearing about May. What we are going to be, talking about is her remembrance, because he went on to say that Judy Austin is not somebody that can share anything with anybody, that she's extremely manipulative, she's extremely cold and totally insensitive. Judy Austin never comes out on her own. She only uses people to do her bidding. Do you know that Judy Austin used Sarah Martins to get to May, said all sort of negative things about May? Lawyer went on to say that the first time that they wrote letter to Sarah Martins, warning her to, desist from making such allegation against me, that it was Yul Edochie that responded. You can imagine that. Another exposure that it was Judy Austin that actually paid Sarah Martins to be under the freeze life. This is the exact thing that Judy Austin can go. But when it gets to paying back the money that you are owing, you won't be able to pay it. But now you want to be paying somebody just to melt down, just to bring down somebody's reputation, which I wouldn't lie to you, Sarah did a great job, but at last, karma, nemesis caught upon her, and she had to apologize because she knew that she has wronged me. All the things that Judy Austin has been telling her has been false. So this is the person that he expected May to share her home with. He went on to say that Yul Edochie is not intelligent enough, and that Yul Edochie's problem has gone beyond polygamy right now. Other men cheat, other men have multiple wives, but Yul Edochie couldn't handle his own the way other men are handling it. Take for instance, Ned Nwoko is a polygamist, and yet you don't see him dragging his wife. Yet you don't see him treating any of the wives less equal than the others. How can Yul Edochie always come on social media to try to prove that he's happy every day on social media? Lawyer said that he loves that stupidity because it is his stupidity, that is Yul Edochie's stupid attitude, that makes people to see how he is and how childish he is. When you are happy, you do not need to show it. When you are happy, it is obvious. You will see the glow. You will see the happiness once in a while. But you are always putting it out on our neck, making us to understand that you love Judy Austin, which we know that it is a lie. In 2 years' time, or rather, since 2 years that all this controversy has been happening, Yul Edochie has lost a son, he has lost his businesses, he has lost his connection, he has lost money, and he's being dragged every day. And yet you still come on social media to come and lie to the public that you are happy. Who does that? You can't lose and be forming happiness now. Yes, now you will already know that. The lawyer really whitewashed those fans who indirectly keeps hailing them, because they know that they are all lying. Then talking about Nollywood, have a way of imparting into the society how they should build good morals, because children actually look up to them. Because I remember growing up then, we always look up to all these celebrities, wanted to be like them, wanted to act like them, dress like them, just do whatever they are doing. So we need, that is, Nollywood need to be better. They need to portray good example. He went on to drag Yvonne Jegede, who was supposed to be a model woman, a single mother from a failed marriage, coming out on a podcast and advocating that polygamy is good. Who does that? And also, he went on to still, admonish KOK, who claimed to be a lawyer, came out publicly to harass the little lady, Angela Onigwe, as if it is not enough. Also came out to talk about monogamy, that monogamy is not our culture, that polygamy is the people's way of life. What do you know about the people's way of life? How can you claim that polygamy is the people's way of life when you don't know how to handle this? He really, dissected KOK, told him that he should go back to his culture and understand how things are being done, instead of coming out to spew rubbish, because he is indirectly misleading the younger ones, because people look up to them. He made sure to tell us that, funny enough, that these men and women who are busy advocating that polygamy is good will not even allow their children to be in a polygamous home. That is even the irony of the whole thing. You see them chant that polygamy is good, but when their children enter into such home, they fight tooth and nail for it not to happen, meaning that they don't take what they dish out, which is actually really, really very bad. Well, I'm happy that the lawyer is really giving them a piece of his mind. I'm happy that the lawyer is really telling them the truth. I'm happy that the lawyer has really exposed some kind of decadence in the society. But the truth is that, how well do we listen and pay attention and do the biddings? Because in 10 years to come, whatever we sow now in the Nollywood industry, it is going to affect the future generation. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and do